What's up, YouTube? Hey guys and gals. Welcome to the Occult Raven. I'm Kendra. I just wanted to make a real quick video on, actually I have my notes. Let me make sure, because I can run off at the mouth, but I won't. So I wanted to make a quick video on living in abundance. And what does that even mean? It goes hand in hand with manifestation, right? But I think that before, especially for beginners, before you jump into wanting to manifest, and I don't even mean jump into wanting to manifest, because by natural law, you are born wanting to manifest, okay? You want and seek things all the time. It doesn't even matter if you're thinking about it or not. You are living in a naturally created law, abundance, manifestation. We are always seeking something. We always want something. Even if you feel like it's something that you don't necessarily need, but if it's something that you want to have, a job, a car, a lover, a husband, a wife, a child, you name it, that is you seeking manifestation. That is you seeking to live in abundance, right? So before you can successfully manifest, and I mean successfully manifest at will, then understanding the law of abundance and living in abundance is key. So living in abundance, first of all, let's be very clear. You were born into abundance. And let me be clear about that also. I don't care if you were born in a trailer park, the suburbs, the ghetto, the hood, the projects, the motherfucking Appalachian Mountains. Doesn't matter. You were born into a world of abundance. Now, what does that mean? There was constant creation in the world. And there's no lack of anything. You name it, it can be created. If it is here now, it can be replicated. Period, point blank. I don't care how special you think it is, okay? It can be made over and you can have it in your life, right? Who says that next $50,000 that is being printed on the U.S. Mint in the printing press right now is not yours? Who said the shit is not yours? It's funny because, and I'll give a real quick story. I read this. I read a lot. But if I find a link to the article, I'll post it in the comments below. But this is a prime example of living in abundance and you don't even know. So there was a oil tycoon, and he was like third generation, something like that, second or third generation, and he had millions upon millions of dollars, and he inherited the land from his grandfather and his father. And so he got up there in age, and he posted an ad like, I'm about to sell some land. Now, the land that he was selling, he had his grandfather mine on that land, his father mined on that land for oil, and he also would mine on the land for oil and whatever acreage that he owned. And so he said it was tapped dry. There was no more oil to be had. They did it to death, right? For 3 generations. So one would think like, yeah, there's nothing left. Don't even buy the land in hopes of wanting to get no oil out of it, baby, because it's gone. And so he put an ad out, and land for sale. I don't need all of this land. I'm old as hell, so somebody come buy this land. And so one man came and he was like, yeah, I want to buy the land and blah, blah, blah. He surveyed the land and he said, this land is perfect. It's perfect for me. So they did the deal. The guy bought the land. Now, the man that bought the land, he moved from, I want to say Chicago. the city of Chicago. He moved from Chicago in hopes of a more simpler life. Now, this land obviously is barren. It's out in the middle of nowhere. And he said he really wanted to start to live off of the land. Like, this was his promise to himself, that he wasn't going to hustle for work anymore. He was going to get out of the busy hustle and bustle of Chicago. And so they did the deal. The guy bought the land, and this man said he went to great lengths to and who bought the land, to live off of the land and really be simple, be lean in life. You know, he sold everything and he moved there. And so he literally built the home. And I think it was sometime into maybe 6 months or something like that, into him living on the land and being in his home, that the guy that bought the house said, you know what, I want a well. Like, I want to be able to get well water. That's how serious he was about just living off of the land. And so he got some people to come out and dig a well for him. And so sure enough, a few days into this man who wanted to live off of the land so badly, a few days into this man digging a well, he struck oil. And these people were like, what in the world? This is oil. We just hit something and it's here. And so the guy was like, it was so funny reading the article, because the man who wanted to live off the land so badly, he was kind of upset, like, oh shit, you know, now I have this, and it's in total opposition to what I was really trying to do, which is get rid of, you know, a lot of my stuff and just live, you know, off of what I really needed. And so, you know, he struck the oil, whatever. So long story short, the man actually still lives on the land. He has gotten offers upon offers upon offers to buy that land because that oil is there. And of course, he said he tried to reach out to the old guy who sold him the land, but he has since passed on. And so, you know, the old man that sold the land initially to this guy thought the abundance was gone. You know what I mean? He thought the wealth was no longer there. But sure enough, Mother Earth said, no, I'm going to make something happen over here, and I'm going to make something happen over there. And this is going to bring down some oil and rush. And I think that there was someone a person who was well versed in how oil and oil drilling and all of that happens, but who actually said, yes, it can happen. You can own land and feel like, you know, you've mined on that land for many, many, many years, but shit happens. You know what I mean? An earthquake happened over here. It opened up a pipe or this or that. You know what I mean? And oil can rush down to particular places in the earth that have been tapped before. And so I just thought that was so, you know, it's such a funny story, not only for the man who sold the land, you know, the fact that he thought there's nothing else there to be had, but the man who was not trying to manifest anything but a more simple life. Okay, he didn't go out there saying, oh, I want to find oil or anything like that. He wanted the exact opposite. So with all that being said, you have to understand that even when you feel like you have nothing, if you know something is not yours, you were born into the naturalistic law of abundance. It's all that money is constantly being made. People are constantly creating something. You know, you feel like, I want a new home. You know how many homes are built? Every day, you know, builders are given contracts to build homes. Money is made, coins are made, all kinds of shit is made in abundance. This world, as much as we, you know, talk about how good it may be or how bad it may be or indifferent, it won't lack. It will never lack, because unless you are born with some sort of, you know, defect, obviously, you know, a mental incapacity, then you are born creating, period, point blank. And all that abundance is what comes out of creation. Okay? If you're creating something, you're putting something out there, right? It could never be the opposite of abundance. To create something, I don't care if it's good, bad, or indifferent, you are putting abundance out into the world, right? So in order to manifest, in order to understand what you are doing when you're manifesting and start to manifest that will, you got to understand that it's already yours. Okay? Whatever it is that you want, name it. The car, the girl, the boy, the man, you name it, it's yours. It's already yours. Okay? It's just that your vibration and where you are has to catch up to your manifestation. And let me make that clear. Anything in abundance is born out of thought. I'm going to talk a lot about thought and what that is on this channel, okay? Because it is your divine self, your thought, your mind power, your hidden self. I think the video before this, I'll talk about your hidden self. What is your hidden self? Okay? Your subconscious mind. It's all in your mind. It's the creator, right? So that is the abundance in your life. That's the abundance that you were born into. Not to mention the fact that Mother Earth is abundant and plentiful and all that it is. Okay? We see wildfires happen, okay, on the West Coast. You better be damn sure it's a forest growing somewhere in Costa Rica. Okay? Even though all of the land have been burned out of these places in California, I think it was maybe just this past summer that there were those huge wildfires in California. But you're damn sure that there is a rainforest somewhere flourishing. Okay? That is Mother Nature's part that she's playing in abundance. Right? Period. Point blank. Now, your part that you play and what you are naturally created to do is to give abundance back to the world. Right? Again, good, bad, or indifferent. It does not matter. Mother Nature, naturalistic law, is not concerned with how you feel about what is being created. That's not the point. Okay? We have to get away from how we feel about these things. Money is evil, but it's abundance. And you cannot stop it at all. I don't care what you trade. You know what I mean? You may not even use money. You may not use the dollar bill, the yen, you name it. You may not use currency, but you are damn sure trading something. And that is being made as your currency. Your word, right? Hey, let me borrow this. Let me hold this. And it is given off of your word. That's your currency. That's how you receive something. Okay? We have to be clear about this. We got to be real clear about what manifestation, abundance, and how thought plays a part in that, right? So once you are very clear with understanding that you were born into abundance and everything is yours. Of course, everything that has not been claimed. I'm not talking about going out and snatching somebody's wallet, all right? Because you feel like you were born into no, I'm talking about things that are not claimed. Let's be not even logical. Let's be sensible. Use your sense, okay? Be real about it. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about your dream home and someone occupies this home and you going to knock on the door like, excuse me. The occult raven said this shit was mad. You know, but be sure about this. Be sure about this. Your dream home, take a picture, okay? Get a land, what can you do? A survey of the land. That's always public record. I don't care what state you live in, honey. You can see someone's plot of land and go get that same exact looking plot somewhere, okay? How it's shaped, and build a home that looks exactly like that, and it will be your home, okay? So you have to understand, I'm being a little silly, but I'm not talking about things that have already been claimed, but there are, things already here and things that are being created that can be yours and that are yours. Not can be. Okay, let me correct myself. That are yours, right? And the only person that said it's not yours is who? You. You're the only person that said that the next $50,000 being printed off the U.S. printing press was not yours. You're the only motherfucker that said that. Okay? It is yours. What is the contrary? Why wouldn't it be? Right? Unless, there is some new law that I know of that, if Susie Q is out here watching and, they're putting on each dollar bill, this does not belong to Susie Q. Okay? It is yours. It is yours to be had. Again, how you acquire that, good, bad, or indifferent, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter. Again, Mother Nature is not concerned with how you feel about abundance. She's just not, okay? Okay. Which is why people, they pray and pray and pray for it to stop raining. Stop raining, stop storming, stop sending down these floods. Well, sorry. You know what I mean? Good, bad, or indifferent. Because it depends on where you are, who you are. You know what I mean? Heavy rainfall could be amazing for a farmer. Okay? That could be amazing for a village somewhere who hadn't had rainfall, in months. And they're like, finally, we can collect some water here. Right? Or again, it could be devastating to people. Absolutely devastating. But unfortunately, and really, honestly, not unfortunately, it's just a naturalistic law. Mother Nature is not concerned with that. It's not concerned with the outcome, okay? When we wonder why do things like that happen? You know what I mean? Doesn't Mother Nature want what's best for us? Don't matter. Doesn't matter, okay? She's not concerned with that, It's the same thing, like I see people with, if you have a baby, a mother and a father, you have a newborn, and it's the funniest thing. People always say that. Why is the baby crying? Because it's a baby. I fed the baby. I burped the baby's diapers changed. Why is the baby crying? Girl, because it's a baby, all right? What else you wanted to do? That baby is not looking at you saying, I'm going to make your life a living hell, and I'm going to cry my eyes out. No, it's crying because that is the nature of a baby, is to cry. The nature of Mother Nature is to put out whatever she want to put out, but it will be in abundance, okay? Know that. So understand that you are born into abundance. I don't care what your circumstance is, okay? Don't preach to this choir over here. Clearly, I'm a Black woman in America. I know a lot about circumstance. I don't care what your circumstance is. You also have to think about, why is it that, what's up with this, this one person that you could live, right next door to. We went to the same school. You know, we did the same things in life, but this person has da-da-da-da-da now. And I have blah, 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 blah now. Totally opposite, right? It's not about circumstance. We got to think about that. There's always some shit happening. It's always something happening. You got to learn how to get past that. Okay? And when it's nothing happening, that's when you got to be afraid. When nothing... Sorry, I'm like, where's my tea? When nothing is happening in opposition to you, that's when you got to start worrying. Okay? It's very true when people say, you know, when everything is going right, you just got to be like, what is happening? In a sense, not really. I'll also make a video on that when, you know, because you can get on luck waves. Believe me, you can get on luck waves. Okay? Don't rule out the planets ever. Ever. Okay? It depends on where you are in your work, in your spiritual path, in your know thyself, and however you want to claim it. You know, it depends on where your power is and what capacity you have to manifest. But, yeah, you can get on abundant waves. Ride the wave. Okay, ride that wave. For everything that your life is worth, honey, ride that wave. Okay? But still know, even when you get off of that abundance wave, right? You are still living in a world of abundance. Okay? And it's still yours to be had. Please understand that. It is not about circumstance. It is not about where you were born, to whom you are born to. Okay? You were. Let's be clear about this, people. You were, by divine right, law, all of that, born with a creative faculty. And out of creative faculty comes abundance. And with manifestation, you can collect that abundance. It's waiting there. It's waiting for you to collect it. Okay? Don't doubt yourself. Damn sure don't doubt me, honey. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. But again, good, bad, or indifferent, however you want to look at abundance or gaining prosperity, right? Gaining prosperity. It is all in the world. It is all yours to have. You were born into it. It is a divine birthright. Don't cheat yourself. You know, don't play yourself because of whatever mind state you're in. And that's another thing you got to think about. You know, the fact that you were born into, and I'll make a video on in naturalistic law, hermetic law, and that whole bit, and that will be an actual lecture, a long lecture. But, you know, you have to understand that these are naturalistic laws, okay? When you're born on the earth, you inherit it, right? Now, whatever comes into your life, again, good, bad, or indifferent, it will come in abundance, okay? That's it. A lot of people are, you know, down on this point and just fail to get this, but I don't know why you would be, because when you wrap your mind around the abundance of the world and get into the mind state of positive abundance, right? Because yeah, you can get shit in abundance that's totally negative, right? You can't never get a job. Don't matter what you do, okay? Your resumes have smiley faces on them, okay? You still can't get the job. right? So understand that being in, you know, abundance of a negative energy is absolutely positively, you know, possible. It's possible. So when those types of things happen, you know, it's very difficult for a lot of people, for most people, you know, which is why so many people in the world live without abundance, you know, in positive manifestation, Um, you know, when you are used to living in negative abundance, it's very hard for you to switch your mind to positive abundance. But I will make a video. Um, that was my quick little rant on living in abundance and naturalistic law, but I will go in depth on that in another video. So be back.